We haven't seen each other in quite a while, I believe, right?
Like 2 weeks, yeah. We got a lot to catch
you're
up
in
on.
Thailand the
I
whole
was in
time.
Thailand.
What were you doing? Just catching up with family?
Yeah, had a big family reunion and just wanted to chill out in my house in Thailand and catch up with some friends as well. And pretty much January is the only month this year that I'm going to be able to travel back to Thailand, I think. So I was like, I got to take this opportunity.
Damn.
But I am pissed off because I missed the big Geeks Plus trip.
Oh, yeah.
Where all of the company went on this great trip.
Both of you fucking missed out on it.
Wait, what?
He didn't go either.
Wait,
I didn't go.
wait, what? You didn't go?
I didn't go, no.
Wait, you didn't know?
I just didn't. I had stuff came up. No, I was busy. I last minute had to put together a gaming tournament.
Yeah, he was too busy being a streamer.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Was that the Apex tournament, right?
Yeah, Apex came to me because they had a collaboration with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess, I don't know how
I guess you're the Final Fantasy guy
I
now.
don't know how it all came about. And I also don't know, because I was literally asked like last minute. And I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
know why. They were like, well, I guess maybe they had like, maybe some ad agencies a budget left over or something.
Yeah.
And I guess there was like no one who knew both games pretty well.
Yeah.
But I was trying to think about it. I was like, I don't think there's many streamers who know Apex really well and know Final, because it's just completely different audience.
I guess you've just got that one little niche now, don't
Since
you?
when are you the dude that knows Final Fantasy pretty well?
Oh, he's completed 2 now.
Oh, shit.
Shit, he's completed
okay.
more than me, Joey.
How many
That's not hard.
Okay, how many fucking gamers who play first-person shooters have completed like a Final Fantasy all the way through?
That is true.
Like, there's not many. I feel like, at least not.
That's the minimum requirement. Have you finished at least one Final Fantasy?
I think you'll be hard pressed.
Probably
to find
only
some.
Japanese VTubers, actually.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that was maybe why the collaboration came about, because it was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
obviously, I think to a lot of people in the West, they were like, what is it?
It is a weird
But
collab.
they asked me to put together a tournament last minute, and it like wasn't even. We were trying to get it all done. Like, it wasn't even confirmed until like literally like 2 days before.
Did it go well?
Yeah, it went great. It was a fun tournament. It worked out really well, and I think everyone had fun. Got to bring out some people who had wanted to get involved in something for a while.
Yeah.
And I think people really enjoyed it. We got to make sure with these kind of events that, like, how do you make a game maybe people don't really understand? How do you make it like easy to watch? That's always a tough part. How do
Is
you, like-
Apex difficult to understand? I guess maybe to non-Apex players.
Yeah, if you haven't played Apex, there's a lot of POVs going on. It's like,
Right.
how do you know, I think any battle royale or any kind of shooter.
Well, and
kind of
that's what I
intricacies are
feel
tough.
about first-person shooters as a whole in terms of like an esports. I mean, Counter-Strike is still like one of the biggest esports, but I still always think it's harder to follow having so many different perspectives than just
Yeah, the perspective swapping is the toughest
Right.
part.
one single perspective.
That's true.
Well, they added the Buster Sword into the game, so you can just go around and like slash people up. It's cool. It is kind of cool. I think it's actually ended by the time that this episode's out, but it's really cool.
Wait, yeah, because I saw so many ads of it in like Akihabara.
Dude, there was everywhere.
It was
They went crazy.
so weird just seing like what was it? It was a Cloud Tifa and Aerith, right?
Yeah, they
In
had
the game,
skins. Yeah.
but like they looked so different.
Well, because it was like, I think they didn't want to do like a Fortnite where they're like, Tifa's in Apex.
Yeah, that would be a bit weird.
They were like, let's make one of the characters kind of dress like them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, more so if the character was cosplaying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I didn't even recognize
Yeah, it
like
doesn't-
the characters
yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
because it just looks completely
There's a
different.
Barrett skin that looks really cool though.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a, yeah. Cause
Okay, I think Barrett probably out of all the Final Fantasy VII characters probably works the best.
Yeah, he looks
in
fucking
like
cool.
that stuff because he's
Yeah.
already a gun.
He's already got a fucking gun as
yeah,
an
he's
arm.
already a gunman in the game, right? So
Yeah, but I think that character doesn't use a gun for an arms. So
Wait, so he's carrying a gun?
I'm actually not sure. I think, yeah. But then there was also like material.
Barrett just has arms now, apparently.
Yeah, and there's also material you can pick up in the game.
Oh, really?
And like, there's like the little mascot that'll follow you around, dressed as Cloud.
Oh,
it's like a
cute.
little Loch Ness monster dressed as Cloud.
Yeah,
that'll
yeah,
shoot
yeah.
people. It's really funny.
Oh,
it's
that's cute.
really cool. But yeah, it's a cool collaboration. That's why I missed the company thing,
Wow.
which Joey went to, right?
I
Yeah,
went
how
to-
was it?
It was really fun.
What'd
We
you do?
all went up to Nagano,
Right.
to this place called Kamisua, and it's basically just kind of this big lake that they have in Nagano.
Yeah.
I didn't know what we were going to be doing at first, but I assumed it was just going to be a chill thing. Yeah, I didn't realize until we went on this trip and I saw how many people came with us that I'm like, wow, this company is really fucking grown.
Yeah, because you didn't come to the Christmas party, did
No.
you? You missed the Christmas party.
I missed the Christmas party, but so I came to this one and there were a lot of new faces I hadn't seen before, and I'm just like, are these all our staff? Like this is way too many people. Like 4 years ago, it was just us three and Maylene.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
it's
now it's
crazy.
like, now there was like, how many people were there?
Nabi
Like
was a
30?
freelancer.
I was a freelancer.
Yeah, you're a freelancer.
Kai hadn't joined us yet. So many people hadn't joined us yet. And I think there was like 28 people
Yeah.
showed up to this thing.
Yeah, I think the office was Denny's at that point.
Yeah, it was.
The office was Denny's.
Yeah.
That's where we had our meetings.
It was us
Yeah.
three, Maylene, and the boss man at Denny's. that would
yeah,
remember
the
after
old
that.
guy.
I always love going to like company events and just seeing how Maylin acts now, because she just like, you remember how she was at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the way she is now.
I mean,
and
there's a big boss now.
Yeah, all she does is just stand in the corner and just look happy seeing her children just interact with each other. And I don't know if she was like that at the company party.
Oh,
but she
absolutely.
was definitely like that at the Christmas party where she just people watched.
Oh,
And
yeah. No,
and she was
totally.
like, yes, children, yes.
Gather around,
Gather
children.
around, talk to each other.
She was like
children.
Olimar looking over her Pikmin, you know? It's just like beep, beep. All right, everyone gather around. Here we go.
Yeah, so she doesn't specifically do speeches, but for that one instance during
I
the
missed the Maylin speech.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
She did a speech, and then Masa did a whole Rakugo section. So to explain, we have like a domestic guy at our like Japanese guy called Masa, really cool dude. But he I guess like studies Rakugo. And so he was like,
Do you want to explain what Rakugo
Rakugo
is?
is basically kind of like anecdotal stand-up, but in
Yeah.
a very traditional Japanese
Very
style.
traditional.
It's really good. Like Rakugo Shinju, amazing anime. If you watch that, you'll understand it. But
Yeah.
it's really difficult to do.
Yep.
Especially well. And so Masa, being the typical Japanese man getting drunk off of one glass of beer, was just red in the face. And after the speech, someone mentioned was just like, Masa, do some Rakugo, because there was kind of like a stage in where we were having the dinner.
Yeah.
And Masa was just like, all right, fine. He jumps up, just immediately gets into it, just off the top of the dome for like 15 minutes, does this whole just like freestyle Rakugo, and it was so funny. And everyone was just like, all right, he can spit. He can do Rakugo. And it was really, really cool. But yeah, we got absolutely shit-faced that night.
I'm so sad.
the topic you mentioned in Raku as well is pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
What was the topic you mentioned?
What was the topic again?
Pokemon animal abuse.
Pokemon animal abuse?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a Rakugo skit for Pokemon animal
Well, no,
abuse?
there isn't. Masa made it up on the spot. So he
Bro.
came up with the theme on the spot, told this whole story about like Pokemon.
Did he do it in Japanese or English?
in Japanese?
Okay.
And like he came up with like a proper punchline and everything, and everyone was like, "Oh, that was a really good bit. How long have you been working on that?" And Masa was like, "I just made that up." So
Japanese man has one Asahi and he's like, I am a Rakugo
and he
master.
unlocks 100% of his brain. But yeah, and then we had like a little karaoke room in the ryokan that we booked out until way past everything. I think I drank like half a bottle of whiskey that night. I was pretty hammered,
Pretty shit-faced.
pretty shit faced, but it was fun. It was fun.
I heard about the Daikon Incident.
Wait, what's the Daikon Incident?
Okay, so it was after the whole karaoke thing, right?
Yeah.
So we had the room till about 11 p.m. But once 11 p.m. hit, we were all still going really hard because we're all shit-faced. So somebody called up the room and like convinced them to give us the room till 12 instead.
Okay.
But then after 12, we had to go back to our rooms. By the time we all went back to our rooms, we were very, very drunk. I think it was Kai and a couple of other staff were like, oh, let's go do a konbini run. So they went down to the konbini to buy what I thought was drinks because I stayed in the room. Instead, Corey, one of the staff members, came back holding the biggest daikon that I've ever seen in my life. Daikon is radish, by the way. This white radish that was probably about this long and about this thick, with really thick mama. And he just walked into the room just holding it like a baseball bat.
What?
And I was like, Corey, did you get my drinks? And he was like, oh, no, but I got you this daikon. and he just gave me this massive daikon. I'm like,
Bro, you can't do shit with the Daikon.
and I'm like, Corey, what do you want me to do with this? And he was like, it was really cheap. I was like, I don't care. You didn't get me my drinks. So we were just drinking, hanging out. I was sharing a room with Manu, O'Hara.
Yeah.
And they were in the background with Dietus playing Magic. And Corey said, all right, well, we got to do something about this daikon. I'm not taking it back to my room. And I'm like, well, I'm not. All right, well, you bought
What
it.
man buys a Daikon and refuses to take
I'm
it
like,
home?
you bought it.
Oh my God.
So what am I going to do with it? And then Jordan, one of our new staff members, was just like, oh, you know what would be really funny? And he grabbed the daikon and he slipped it underneath O'Hara's pillow. Because we all had like because we all had futons.
This is the
in
most
room,
like
right?
boys trip
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
So
stories.
boys, yeah. Girls are like, I bet he's cheating on me.
Boys
Boys are like, I bought a Daikon.
What do we do with the Daikon?
The almighty Daikon. So he slipped it under Manu's pillow without him realizing. And then we took bets. We were like, let's see how long it takes for him to notice that there's a giant fucking Daikon under his pillow. Woke up the next morning, man hadn't noticed at all until I told him about it. I was like, you should flip over your pillow. And he flipped it over the next morning and he was like, the fuck is this?
So he slept on a radish the whole night?
He slept on a radish the whole night. And then he dead ass looked me in the eyes and he went, oh, that's why my pillow was rolling around all night.
Ain't no way.
He like legitimately did it. But I think, but then I was like, was it not uncomfortable? And you know, because you'd notice if you were sleeping on a
Yeah, I
massive
fucking know if I
Daikon,
was
right?
sleeping on a goddamn radish.
And Mano, unironically, he was just like, "Oh no, like I actually really liked the pillow height. Like it was actually kind of."
Bro's gonna go home and be like, babe, I gotta sleep with the radish.
I can't get to sleep without my radish.
Babe, I just discovered this thing. Just hear me out, okay?
TikTok life hack.
Japan
Sleep
life
with a
hacks.
radish.
Sleep with a radish under your
It
pillow.
is customary to sleep with a radish in Japan.
This
All right.
this sounds like the Japanese equivalent of, you know, like British and Aussie pissheads when they come home with like a traffic cone or something.
Yeah.
Shit. In Japan, you just come back with a massive radish.
Come back with a 50
my
yen
God.
Daikon.
But we are going to have a little bit of a detour
Yeah.
because we are going to have the first official ever Trash Taste sponsored segment, which we normally wouldn't agree to.
Is it the first one we've done?
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've ever been.
First time we've ever done this.
Damn, all right.
Which we wouldn't normally agree to, but I guess Atlas came to us. Was it Atlas that came to us specifically?
Sega and Atlas.
Sega and Atlas. So Sega and Atlas came to us and said, do you want to talk about Persona 3 for 10, 15 minutes, however much you want to talk about it?
And we were like, well, we were going to do that anyway.
Yeah, I can't.